This looks like a lot of steps, but don't find another channel yet. Give me a chance. I only wrote the steps right here to help explain it better, and the letters inside, you don't have to write those. The only thing you got to do with this graphic organizer is write the glowing red boxes. That's going to help you set up this problem, especially for the ones who are not that great with balancing numbers in your head. Let's go to step number 1. List the factors. We're going to list the factors, meaning possible combinations that multiply to 7m squared. And I started the numbers easy. 7m squared, the only combination that multiplies to 7 is 7 times 1. For the most part, we're not going to use negative numbers for the first term right here. So we're going to write 7m and 1m, because 7m times 1m is 7m squared. And we're going to do the same for the last term, negative 1. Possible combinations to get me negative 1. I'm going to list it on the side. One combination is 1 times negative 1. The other combination is just backwards of that, negative 1 times 1. So let's try out the first one for step number 2. 1 and negative 1. Let's say I wrote those right here. Step number 2, you're going to multiply box A and F and write the result right here. So 7m times negative 1 is negative 7m. And you're going to do the same for box B and E. Write the result right here. That's step number 3. 1m times 1 is 1m. Number 4 is going to frustrate you a little bit because sometimes it doesn't work like in this combination, because number 4 says C and D have to add up to your middle term. If not, that stinks. We're going to have to rerun it. And as you can see, negative 7m plus 1m is negative 6m. So that combination unfortunately doesn't work. But it's not too bad. We got one more that we can try. So we're going to have to rerun it. I hope you used a pencil or you got a tablet and you can erase easy. Let's try the other combination. We don't want to erase that one. That's fine, because that's the only combination that works. And then this is my last resort. Negative 1 and 1. Let's write those numbers right here. Rerun it. We listed the factors. Number 2, multiply A and F. 7m times 1 is 7m. And doing the same for step number 3, B and E. Multiply those. 1m times negative 1 is negative 1m, and you can kind of see that that will give me 6m, because 7m minus 1, it checks out. Awesome. So all you got to do for step 5, once you got the right combination, guys, is A and E in one parentheses. So we're going to write 7m minus 1, and the other combination, the other factor is 1m and a positive 1. Not bad, right? Let's try this again. I upped the numbers this time, more possible combinations, but don't get frustrated. Pretty soon you can kind of tell which one the right combination is. Let's start off with 5m squared. Only combination, and I gave you this on purpose, for 5m squared is 5 and 1. 5m, 1m. Because nothing else multiplies to 5, and we're only going to use the positive factors for the first term. Doing the second term, I'm going to list it on the side. All the possible ways to get 8 is 8 times 1, 2 times 4, or negative 8 times negative 1. Don't forget the negatives. Negative 2 times negative 4. Later you can see like which one clearly works or not. But if you can't tell, either pick one in random or do it from highest to lowest, and you can kind of gauge the numbers. 8 and 1, let's start with that. If I pick 8 and 1 and I multiply A and F for step number 2, I'll get 5m. And 8 times 1m is 8m. Doesn't add up to negative 14. My bad, guys. That doesn't work. At least I can cross that off my list. And if I were to guess, like, this is where you start gauging that it's not going to work. It's probably not going to be that one. So I'm going to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's try negative 2, negative 4. Negative 2, negative 4. And you can kind of tell 5m times negative 4, negative 20m. I'm not even going to write that one. Negative 2 times 1, negative 2m. Not gonna work. Don't forget that you can also flip-flop the numbers before you cross that off. And if I try negative 4 times negative 2, let's try that one. 5m times negative 2 is negative 10m, and 1m times negative 4 is negative 4m. So you can't just cross it off. You gotta try the flip-flop version of it, because the flip-flop version for this one worked. So once you got those numbers and they check out, I'm gonna lock A, B, E, and F, and you just gotta read it across. One of my factors are 5m minus 4, and my other factor is 1m minus 2. So that worked out. Alright, try the question on your own. Pause the video, read the steps, see if you learned something, and when you're done, unpause the video, see if we got matching answers. Here is the solution. Let's see if we got matching answers. I chose easy numbers because I really want you guys just to try out the graphic organizer. So for the first term in here, the combination, you're probably never going to use the negative version, the negative combination. So I gave you easy numbers. The only possible one was 3n and 1n to get 3n squared. As far as the last box goes, there are only 4 combinations that I wrote in here. But don't forget, you could have switched these 2 as well, because you could have put 2 and negative 4 or negative 4 and 2. So in reality, there were 8 combinations that you could have tried. But once you get practice on this, I promise you can start telling which ones are bogus, and you can start filtering the possible ones to make your work faster. As far as this one, the right combination was negative 2 and 4. So 3n times 4 is 12n. 1n times negative 2 is negative 2n. And these two add up to your middle term. Once you got those, you just got to go across. That's one factor. The other one is 1n and a positive 4. Hope this helped. You're going to use factoring a lot in your algebra class. And if it did, make sure you throw a like and a subscribe. And I will see you on the next episode. Peace.